And we are gonna be going live then. Hello, how are we all doing? Actually, I should, no, that's unlock. I should hide that first. Today's gonna be a little bit of a makeup for yesterday. I didn't get to do that big birthday stream I was looking to do. So instead, I'm gonna be doing it today. I asked around for some art to be sent over. I'm gonna open that up right now. Seal, you know, you sent me his avatar, you sent me the thingy, Light sent me, whatchamacallit, the BraveStar Gaming logo, and I decided I'm gonna look at a couple first as well, see if I can recreate these as well. Of course, always gonna be taking in requests over on Discord, so if you'd like me to commission you something, I will do so. Well, I won't commission anything original. I only do covers, if art covers are a thing. And also at the end of it, you know, Light said he's open to having a critique of sorts. So let's get on going then. We'll start with the Steel Mold cat, and I know exactly how I'm gonna do this. It is gonna be the Blomleets cat. I feel like I need to have the whole thing a little more. I should probably put this on my second screen. Yep, and then I still got some window capture. That is nice. Nicely done. Also taking a page out of Milk's book. Trying to do a little lo-fi hip-hop. I'm not sure if he actually has a playlist for it. I just went on YouTube and searched for one of those 24-hour streams. I found one called The Coffee Shop. I like it quite a bit. Alright, so Blomleets cat. It's kind of like this. You have to have like a thin neck. Well, thin-ish. Then it's like curved smile, right? Onto the ear. Alright, so that's sort of the outline, the body and the head. The left paw is long. The right paw is not. Then you kind of want to have your line of thingy here. It's your whatchamacallit. Hello there. How are we doing, Jet, as well as Phoenix, as well as Light? You don't have to worry. There are only happy little accidents going on today. Now, I think I'll tackle the tail a little bit later. As that's what the shit. Okay, so we're gonna have to close something up real quick. Ah, here it is. I see you. There we go. All easily dealt with. Easily dealt with. How are you, Kuro? How are you? Alright, so next off, you gotta do the eye. And I think the eye is gonna have to look a little like the opposite. So I'll have like a triangle here. And then sort of a parallelogram kind of deal around here. Now you want to fill that up, and that's your first eye. Actually doesn't look quite like it. It kind of does. Yeah, it kind of looks like an eye. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Next off, you want to have like an eyebrow, but it's not an eyebrow. Cats do not have eyebrows. They have 9 lives. So you've got to remember that one. Now, obviously, a steel molt cat is not
I need your consent on a few items to continue.
This is not copyrighted, Bixby. It's
I
fine.
need your consent on a few items to continue.
This woman. You gotta have a big smile for a steel mold cat, but for a Blomleets cat, you wanna have a little frown. That's not really what I wanted. You wanna have a little frown. Kinda like that. Obviously, show the teeth. Show the teeth up. It's a little bit of a Dracula, as it were. Now with the tail. Oh, I forgot nose actually, real quick. Poop. Be the opposite, so be kind of like that-ish. Now for the tail, it's got to be a little bit like so. And you go on and carry on. Now the trick with the Blomleets cat is you want to make sure that the tail blends in to the actual thingy, so it looks like part of the tail is hidden. I'm not going to do that though. Instead, I'm going to add that one in. Alright, now you look at this and you ask yourself, what else can you add to make a cat more Blomleets? And the answer is loads of things, such as a little mustache right down there. Just a little bit. Can also give him a little bit of a tie. That's not how you try a tie. Give him a little bit of a tie. And obviously, you want it to be a striped tie, maybe checkered if you're feeling it, because that's how Blomleets cat roll. That's how Blomleets cat roll. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to save your file. Now this is only the first draft, so you don't really need to have too much of around. And to make sure that you don't save it into your study notes folder. I gotta sneeze! I apologize for that. Alright. Blomleets cat.jpg. And that is going to be our first creation of the evening. Next off, what have we got over in my Windows capture? Yeah, that looks kind of like it. So, could do Vault Mold, could do Dogs Playing Poker, we could do Tsunami, we could do Tonker, but I think we're gonna go on to Bravestar. Just switch things up a little bit. You gotta save the you gotta save the poker for later on. Alright, so next off, BSG. That was Scarlet's team, you are correct there, chat. So how shall we start this? Well, obviously, I'm gonna once again have a black logo or background. Actually, no, we're not gonna have a black we're gonna have a black background. No, we're gonna have a white background. And of course, you're gonna have to start with the name. So we are gonna make it just maybe a little long, but length is content, as they have said at some point in the past. Don't worry about not filling it up, as you can do so later. But always make sure that you have these sort of thingies stuck in. Alright. That works. Now, the next part about BraveStarr that you're gonna need, it's a very American team. As you can see, it's got the eagle, it's got the bear, and it's got the puma. So what if we made it a kiwi, a koala, and I don't fucking know the last one, a pug. I think that would work out pretty well. This isn't copyrighted, right? Hold on, real quick. This isn't copyrighted, right? Well, I paraphrased it, so it's probably not copyrighted. It's also Chinese, they don't really bother too much when it comes to copyright. So, you might want a bit of a bigger kiwi there. Now, hold up real quick, as I need a reference. Kiwi. Okay. I can work with that. I can work with that. Now kiwis, they have kind of crooked beaks there. And that is what you need. They're also brown, at least on the outside. On the inside, they're a bit more on the greenish side, kind of like a lime color. I'm not sure if there's any other fruit I can use to describe what the inside of a kiwi looks like, but it kind of looks like a lime. Alright, so what you want is sort of that. And, you know, give it some good eyebrows and some good eyeliner. It's not quite that. Some good eyeliner. Curve it up towards the edge. And you have that part. Now in BraveStarr, it's red. So what if I made it blue? Just like that. Next off, you're gonna want to start with your koala. So I'm actually gonna need another reference for this. So koalas, they look like koalas. They have floopy ears at the back, kind of like a pug. So you're gonna want some floopy ears there when you make your koala. So you start with the ears, right? Kind of like that. Add some ruffles later on, but for now, that is fine. More than fine. Finer than cherry wine. Alright. Next off, you're gonna want to get the color right. Koalas are nice and gray. Much like old people. Nice and sort of gray. Grab a lighter gray, and you can start adding in some ruffles there. Do it at your own pace. Don't let anybody tell you that you need to speed it up. If they say that you were due that commission 24 hours ago, you know what? You tell them. You tell them they can have a refund. And we'll get to yours shortly. So you want to add your ruffles. A little bit of circles. It's a lot more stable than just small lines. Oh, well, this is a hairy koala, so this is fine. Next, you want to go for the eyes. And koalas, they have sort of big eyes, sort of like that. Now, you fill that up with irises of white, but you give them some solid green irises. And you know what? Don't be afraid to be adventurous. Give them this sort of golden pupils. Now you fill in the iris. That's good. And you want to remember to give them the nose. Now koalas, they have these sort of fluffy noses, which you do it like so. Now, if you're looking to add some texture to that nose, grab some of that gray or that silver and add it on. Now, what is the one thing that you always have to include when you draw a koala? It's their main attribute. They're always eating leaves. So you draw a bit of a mouth for them. You put that in. Give them a little tongue, just like that. A little blep. And normally this isn't advised, but in this case I think it's fine. Draw a little paw. Okay, maybe that's a little small. Draw a little paw that's attached to the rest of their body. Throw in a leaf. They've eaten so many leaves that their eyes, their iris has gone, what's it called? Has gone green. And there you have it. You have your koala, but something is missing. And you've guessed it correct. It's the beard. That's wrong gray. It's the beard. Gotta give the koalas a nice, big, fluffy beard. That's how you do. That's how you do. And now finally, facing the west, what you need in the BraveStarr Gaming logo. You need some sort of other mammal. Now in this case, the lovely folks over at BraveStarr have decided to use a puma, or a cougar, or a mountain lion, if you will. So what you want would be... No, a drop bear would be a little bit too similar to the koala there, Phoenix. So what you want, first off, you want to drink rosé. I have a quick little reminder that the best rosé is the kind that's been left open for a week by your sister. Okay, it was actually 2 days, it wasn't a week, but that is the reminder. Now, normally, I would do a pug, but if you take a look over at the BraveStarr logo, this is a very pronounced neck. Pugs don't have necks. So instead, what are you gonna do? You're gonna do a crocodile, which also has no neck, but it has a long face to make up for it. So you don't want to attach a crocodile to the koala. You want to make sure that they are separate entities. Remember, these are independent animals. They desire... Oh wait, actually this is cutting off my... my webcam is cutting this off. Hold up, can I... Oh, that's not long And I unlock window capture. There we go. Fits a bit better now. So, you want a crocodile. And what color are crocodiles? Normally they're green, but I've used up all my green paint on the koala. So instead, we're gonna make this one a light shade of pink, a light shade of purple. Some would even call that ultraviolet. But we know better, don't we? So what is the most important thing about crocodiles that make them distinct from alligators? For one, they have sharp snouts. And this may look unsharp, but it's pretty sharp. Now, the other thing is white teeth. So you're gonna want to make sure that your crocodile has them up and down. Kind of like the stock market. You want it to be up and down and all around. Now, next off, what you want? The eyes. And how are you gonna make the eyes? Well, first off, crocodiles, they have a nice, just eye, kind of like that, right? And they don't really have much in that eye, so you're just gonna grab a bit of red and make a small dot like that. Now, this is a pretty good crocodile. This will fulfill the role of crocodile, but we can add a little more to it. First off, give it a bit of a nose there, so that it knows things. I'm gonna give it a bit of a hat, just like that. Have it look nice and Jewish. And you probably want to give them scales, right? Yeah, not gills. Remember, crocodiles, they have noses, as you can see over there. They do not breathe underwater. They breathe air. They breathe above the water, and then they get the water, and then they're good. Now, what shall we add to this? Let's take a look once again at the BraveStarr Gaming logo. What shall we add to this? I'm thinking that this is looking pretty fine. Pretty fine. So why don't we save it? Can always go back on it later on. This is but the first draft. So we'll call it Courageous Sun Gaming. CSG! And this is a new logo. Nicely done. Let's make a new one. And what shall we go into? Once again, I will be accepting requests. Drop them down onto Discord, and I will replicate them. Now, shall we do the Thinker? I feel like we may as well step up in the world a little. Let's do the Thinker. Alright, you want to have a nice reference to it while you work. Always remember, when you work, have a good reference, have some good references, keep your reference list at the bottom. You need to distinguish between a signal phrase and a parenthetical phrase. A parenthetical phrase will have the source at the end. A signal phrase will have a intro leading into the source. And then later on, you do stuff. Alright, so the Thinker. We're gonna start on a nice clean canvas, just like so. And normally the Thinker, he's oxidized, he's a sad man. He's been thinking a lot. He's, just looking down, and, when you think, it leads to oxidation, just like that. So let's make him a little happier, shall we? First off, it starts with a facelift, so we're gonna use gold to sculpt our Thinker. So give him a nice hit, just like that. Remember to make him hunch a little, as he is sitting down. Now, make some room for the back. Maybe not quite like that, but make some room for the back. And you gotta remember, whoop. Make some room for the back. You gotta remember the legs. Alright, Ethan. Now, give him a little, fill him up, just like so. It's actually more of a yellow than a gold, but you know, needs must. Now give him a nice strong arm, just like that. Now for the hair. What is the happiest hair color that you can think of? That's right, it is pink. So normally the thinker, he's got nice little curls to him, but let's make him let's give him a bit of life to him, shall we? Let's give him an afro in honor of Catatonic. Nice bushy afro. I can't really do bushy afro because I ran out of space, but let's give him an afro. Next off, the eyes. You gotta give them some eyes, because that is how you think. And we'll start with a bit of an outline here, shall we? That's looking pretty nice. Pretty nice. We'll color it in later on, but also you need some eyebrows to go with it. Normally, the quizzical look is what you want from somebody who's thinking. But the thinker, he is deep in thought. He is not confused. He's just contemplating life around him, society, and whatnot. So that is what you want. I think I'm gonna need more of this. Ugh. Now, when you're thinking... Oh wait, I forgot to draw the face. So, the thinker. He thinks. He's got a bit of a dimple to him. Now, the thinker. When he thinks, I picture him having his fist in his chin, just like so. And yeah, there we have it. He just vibing along, thinking, contemplating life. What's he gonna do next? The world is his oyster. Now, let's give him a bit of color in that eyes, give him some pupils, and we'll make them purple just to match his wicked dew. So that is a good start. That is a very good start. Now, when you think of the thinker, he's normally sitting down, but let's take a look back to this reference. He's just sitting on a rock. He's hunched down, like so. You know what would make him a lot happier? If he had an ergonomic chair. So let's actually, once again, take a look at our references here. Ergonomic chair. And we'll go through the catalog to see what it's actually. No, let's not go here. Let's look for some chairs, shall we? How do I filter to the chairs? No, I don't want to go to rooms. Well, maybe if I go to rooms, I can find stuff. Products. There we go. Armchairs, furniture. Tables and desks? No, chairs. That's what you want. And obviously, you want to go for something nice and ergonomic. A gaming chair, shall we? Let's give him the... Let's go for the most expensive option. The Hattifjall. As you can see, it is very nice and ergonomic looking there. So he is definitely going to enjoy that chair. It's going to be very comfortable for him. So you always want to start with the... Oh, that's brown. You always want to start with the back support. Right. Now give it a bit of mesh. Just so his back can breathe. You know, it's fitting. You need to be able to breathe, as does your back. Now, give it a good, strong support to the entrance there. Now, got a couple of requests coming in, and we will be with that shortly. I do like those ideas. Now, how shall we attach this? Yep, let's attach it like so. Maybe not quite, but like so. Have it nice and sloped down. That's how you can tell that there's a good amount of cushion on this chair. Give it a band. Now cover it in. Suppose you could also do an arm stand. So we shall create an arm stand here for him. I don't recommend it. It is not quite as good for your posture compared to just having your arms up on top of you, but if it comes with the rest, it comes with the rest. So you want to have the armchair on. Make sure you get the wheels down. It's the most important part because you don't want to be stuck at one place while you think. So cover that up. Give it some wheels. There we go. Hey, look at that, he's reclining. Now, next step. You gotta give him a desk. Why is he thinking? Is the question you gotta ask. Why is he thinking? It's because he's just thinking. Let's give him a desk to go with it, shall we? Yep, that definitely works. And in your desk, you're going to have a little compartment here. Just a little compartment with a handle. And you'll be able to see in the X-ray Alright, that's a box. And in the box, you want to have a nice little snack. Alright, now he's on his desk. Give him a little monitor, just so he can check himself out. Or so he can do whatever. Let's give him a bit of a... let's not give him a webcam, you know, as they say about logic or wisdom. You don't get it from spying on people, FBI. Now, got the monitor up. Now the question is, what is he watching / playing? Right, this is going to be an old CRT monitor, so it's going to be, as you know, the Thinker, he is old. He is a bit older than current, so he's going to be on a 4x3 CRT monitor. I have to make sure that we have the bulge up for that, but we can get that. Oh! Let's go back there real quick. Yep. Nope. What am I missing here? Ah. Right at the top. Gotta fill that in. Now get that. We'll have that monitor bulge out a little. Okay, maybe not quite like that, but bulge out a little. Alright. Maybe not quite like that. You know what? This is a new kind. This is a new kind of monitors. It doesn't bulge. You know, the screen is there, as you can see. Maybe give the screen a bit, maybe give the screen a little something to distinguish it. There we go. There's the monitor. And so this is actually, we can give him some clothes. You know what makes somebody happy? A nice new pair of shoes. So I'm gonna give him some rugged work boots. They're a little long, but he makes do. That he does. He is the Thinker. He does not need comfortable shoes. Give him knees. They're right here. Alright. Now, will he need any more than that? I don't think so. But maybe the Thinker, while he is thinking, will come across something one time or another. So we are going to save that. The Happy Thinker. Because he is a happy man. Look at that face. And you tell me that he is not happy. Now, let's take a look at our requests. So, we have a request for the Cranky Ducklings logo. I think that's a very good idea. So, let's look that up real quick. Yep, our logo is right on there. I believe I did do this before, but as a great man once said, great art is meant to be done and redone, and 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 done and redone, while drinking rosé. I think that rosé went bad. And now it's very dry. So I tried this level of 1 out of 5, so assume probably. Alright, so now I'm gonna do the Cranky Ducklings logo. It's got a nice little octagon or hexagon or something-agon or what have you over on it. Always want to have the nice sort of lettering going on, but as we will have to avoid copyright, we're gonna have to look for synonyms that we can use. So how about, let's start with the hexagon, shall we? Now make a nice big hexagon. Make use of the space that you have, but not too big, so as it goes off frame. Now, this is actually rosé. Yes, you would be correct there, chat. It's kind of hexagon-ish. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides to it. So that's a bit of a hexagon. That's a pretty good idea, Steel, and that is also a reminder that great art and inspiration can come from anywhere. Even in a bottle of rosé. Now, what was I doing? Ah, yes. So, perhaps instead of the duck, we can do the frowny boy. So, how about... what does frowny boy look like? Twitch default icons. Right, frowny boy is a hexagon as well. If I can bring up my window there. You don't want to have frowny boy up in here. Alright, that is good enough. How are we doing, Kerwin? You have fun as well. We are just here to appreciate an artist at work. Alright. So, when it comes to Frowny Boy, you're gonna have to have a nice bit of green on him. And Frowny Boy, he's got some limbs going up to him. He is gonna be a little distressed, but it's gonna be pretty understandable why. Because now, as we jump into the yellows, problem is, a duck grew right in at the top of his head. Does that look correct? Kind of. Alright, fill out the outlines on your duck. Get a nice little, make sure to get all of whatchamacallits in there as well. That's pretty good. Now, the duck, the crank duck, he's a happy boy. He is just smiling around and all the time. He's having a good time. Not while he's on top of Frowny Boy, though, because that's just Frowny Boy for you. His frowniness, it can make you frown as well, but it's not his fault. It's not his fault. And that, I think, is the start, the real key to recovery. He just has to understand it's not his fault. He frowns, everyone around him frowns. It's just the way that Twitch made him. Now Crank Duck, he's got a nice bill to him. Nice and endowed. But the bill is also gonna be smiling along with him. Actually, do that real quick and then go quick to, what should we call it? Yep, that works out pretty well. A little bit of a difference there. And then from there, you know, and then a bit of a smile. But not in this case, because Frowny Boy, he makes everyone neutral, just like so. And of course, one thing that you have to keep in mind with Crank Duck, he's got a little tuft of hair right at the top like that. Feathers are a little bit not, what's it called? Alright. Alright. It's also got a little bit of feather bones right at the back. Whoop. A couple of feather bones sticking out right there. Quite nice, quite nice. Now, Crank Duck doesn't just come along on his own. He's got some water around with him. And why does he have water? Because Frowny Boy has been crying a lot. Frowny Boy has been crying a lot. And as such, Crank Duck has a bit of a pool to swim in on top of Frowny Boy's face. So that is the next step. But that's not quite enough. Because on top of Frowny Boy's face, he's got a bit of a label to him here. Alright, he's got a label on his chest that says Cranky. And now you know the mystery of the Frowny Boy. You know that the mystery of the Frowny Boy. That's his real name. He's just a little cranky going along. You cannot see the blue. Well, Crank Duck is not beholden to your views of perception and whatnot. So, you know, how about you don't be judgmental, Kuro? We'll give him a few other whatchamacalls just to swim on. You can tell which is tears and which is not tears. And Frowny Boy, you know what? Give him a bit of a mustache. He has deserved it. Make nice thin eyes like that. Thin eyes like that. Thin eyes, nice and thin. And there we have it. We have Cranky Boy. I should probably make a folder for these, shouldn't I? I'll be fine. Alright. Our next creation. Let's think this over for a little bit. We have a couple of options for our next creation. I think we're gonna do Vault Mold. Just cause I want Steel to actually be awake while he sees Vault Mold. Although it won't quite be Vault Mold, it'll be Vault Leads. So let's start off Vault Mold, and as always, with every one of Steel's requests, we're gonna start with a black background, because you all know Steel, I know Steel, you know him, you love him, he is goth to the core. Jet has a request coming in with a square. We'll get to you, Jet, we'll get to you. But we'll start off with the Vault Leads. Alright, let's take another little look here. And he needs to start off like so. Okay, that's a little bit too wide. It's like so. Alright, okay, we'll start with the head. That is fairly straightforward. Remember, with all great art, you want to start it off with simple shapes. You want to start it off so that it's all about the shapes that it's reduced down to. So we'll have the head, we'll have the body. That's quite good. Throw in an arm here. If you'll notice, Vault Leads, he's got good triceps. He's got good forearms here. Really nice forearms. He doesn't bicep lift. He does the other one that trains the forearms. He masturbates, I guess. Alright, so now we're going to start filling in the colors, as we will be going along later. Always give him some hands, as this is going to be important. That looks like a forearm, it's not meant to be. It's meant, or a forefinger or an index finger. It's not meant to be. It's meant instead to be a thumb. Now, gotta have the other hand along. Now, Voltleets, he's got very big palms, right? He's got very big palms. His fingers are a little on the stubby side. That's because he was in a fight. He was in a fight before all the Vault-Tec came along and whatnot. And what happened was the radiation burnt off like the tips of his fingers. So he only has half a finger each, at least on his right hand. Oh no, that would be his left hand. At least on his left hand, he only has half a finger each. On his right hand, it's all fine, which is why that's why he uses to like aim a gun and stuff. But he can only use one gun, like one-handed guns. Or I guess in Fallout you can have like I guess in Fallout you can have like laser stuff. And one has a castle tower. That's his nickname, Kuro, because it's what his hand looks like. So they gave him the nickname, Captain Tower. No wait, whatever I said earlier. Alright, now one thing that you have to say about Voltleets, he takes really good care of his nails. So his thumb is gonna have a good nail there. Let's add in some details to the suit before we start giving him a face. So a little bit of an upside down T, which makes sense. It is Vault-Tec. It's actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, Voltleets will be Swedish. And that was the insight plan all along from Vault-Tec. They just wanted more IKEAs. So fill that up. Nice, it's starting to all come together. It is starting to all come together. And now, what else have we got here? Yep, that's looking pretty good. So now we can start adding the face to it. This is not FPS light. This is Voltleets, look. It's not FPS. Alright, it's very different. Now, one thing you can always say about Blomleets, if he is the opposite of Seal, that's actually the wrong color. Some nice head of hair to him, like so. Well, okay, he's still balding, but, you know, he's not bald yet, which is why he's the opposite of Steel Mold. Now, when you look at Vault Mold, he's smiling at you. He's telling you that that it's all clear. Voltleets, though, his eyes are cold and uncaring. Also mismatch, which is a bit of a problem there. But he's got very bushy eyebrows. Very bushy. Now, normally I would say that the opposite of Seal wouldn't have facial hair, but this is Blomleets we're talking about. This is the evil, the darkest version of Steel, if you will. So, we're gonna have to give him a goatee. Just like that. Of course, give him a mouth inside that goatee. Look at that! Voltleets, everyone. Voltleets. That's a goatee, Jet. I don't think you understand. That's a goatee. Actually, we can give him some sideburns. not quite like that. Some sideburns. Nice. Is his hair dyed? He dyes his goatee. Actually, now that I think about it, I should. The eyebrows are a little off. There we go. There we have it. Voltleets. There we have it. Now, let's just think a little quick minute. Can we add anything to Voltleets? Pardon me. I think he looks pretty good. I think he looks pretty good. So I'll save this as Voltleets. And our next shall be a request coming down from Jet. It is going to be a square. Now, I will have to admit, this is something I'm not too familiar with, so let's go to Google real quick and take a look at what they give us, shall we? Alright, so we have plenty of options available to us. We have United Square, the kids' learning mall. We have women, wide-ribbed square neck bra, sleeveless top. We have Square gets a nod to operate a bank. We have City Square Mall, free Wi-Fi. We have a lot of options when it comes to a square. So let's go for the parade square of the Zhonghua Secondary School. Okay, maybe let's get something that we can actually zoom in on. It's a little awkward looking at some school's website, isn't it? Okay, you can't actually zoom into that, so. We shall go with this. So, what do we have here? First off, we're gonna have to have the bricks on the ground. Right? You can actually just... Here's a little nice life hack for all the aspiring artists out there. Just cut your MS Paint in half like that, and fill it in. Before you know it, you've got your thing filled on up. Now, this floor, not sure if you can see it too well. Actually, what if I just control zoom? Yep, there we go. Sure we can see that too well, but it's got some black in it right over there. So give him a couple of black lines. Make sure that they do intersect. Oh, what? Ah, I see the problem now. So why don't we zoom this out real quick? And we'll go like this. Alright. Once again, just intersecting every now and then. Not all the time, but just every now and then. Make sure it's not always in one direction, as that will get repetitive. So you want it to be kind of like that. And in fact, you know what? Don't be afraid to throw in some curveballs every now and then. Don't be afraid to just, like, do that. And of course have something corresponding to it. Like so. That's not quite filled up. Why isn't that filled up? Why isn't that filled up? Let's take a quick little look. Remember to utilize the zoom feature of Microsoft Paint. Is very useful for tight situations like this. No, wait, that shouldn't be. Yeah, like that, like that. Up. that. That's pretty good. Oh. Always remember to fill in your blanks. Oh. Now, oh, yep, make sure nice and filled in like so. Alright, we're actually spending a little bit too much time on this pavement. I know it's gonna look good. I know it's gonna be great, but there's more to the Jean-Claude Secondary School Square than just the pavement. So we're gonna speed this up a little bit. Just fill that one in. And we will go on to the building. Alrighty then. Now. Let's take a look. The building might be a little bit tough. It's got some like rectangles over on one side, but then here in the middle, you got a bit of a cylinder and then another rectangle. But they have a bit of a well, it's not quite a rectangle, but not quite a triangle either. But you know, one of those kind of shapes up at the top. And then you know what? Just do away with shapes altogether and just have 2D lines. So, all right. This is going to be a little tricky, but we can. I was taught by the best. I was taught by landscape architect Steel_no_mold. And if he cannot teach me how to make a building, I don't know who can. I don't know who can. So I'm going to make a building. Now this building is got shades of blue on it. It's got a bit of yellow, so I'm just going to use a bit of a light blonde-ish. Draw our rectangle. That'll be our first. Yep, we'll start. Well, you always have to take it one step at a time, alright? So, we'll start with the rectangle building. It's a little bit too long. Start with the rectangle building. Have it down there. And fill that one in. Now, we're going to add more stuff to it. We are going to have to add a bit of a light blue for the shade that you have at the top, the sort of shaders that you have. And we'll throw in a bit of light of white, just to careful not to make it touch at the end there, but we will have our. You're gonna see. Excuse me. All right, we're gonna have our thing. Yeah, that looks pretty good, pretty good. So perhaps we might want to add another line here, just to indicate that it is part of the building. Fill that in at your own time. Feel free to pause if you are not quite keeping up. We'll be able to continue on later onwards. Now, we need a cylinder building. So we're gonna have it right up like there. Let's take another look. I promise you it's not off screen, light. I promise you it's not off screen. Now, let's take another look at our building. Yep, so the cylinder has a bit of red at the bottom here. Isn't quite. What do you mean the left? I have a little bit of red here at the bottom. What do you mean the left isn't on screen? It's all good. Now, what does that cylinder look like once again? Alright, it's got windows on it. So you always have to remember to put on the windows. With a nice little bit of blue here. Wait a minute. I see what you see. I see what you're saying now. That I see. Now I am using a window capture, but it will all be good. There we go. It all looks pretty good. You see what? You see it all, and you have that left. All right, so windows are what you want here on the cylinder building, and you have it touch until right around the tip over there. You're gonna have 2 windows. Well, it's a lot more than 2 windows, but you know, this is for purposes of windows. You know, you could just imagine the windows here. We have a bit of a sort of thingy to show you where they stop off. And don't be afraid to switch away from just these standard straight lines. You know, not all windows have to be uniform. And what else does this building have? It's got some white to it, and it's got a little bit of a hat, a little bit of like a blue hat. So let's give it that hat. Maybe this is a little too... Let's use another color here instead of a little white. Yeah, yellow works. Yellow works out. Alright, what else have we got? Yeah, yellow works out pretty well. I realized I forgot to show the product, but yeah, yellow works out pretty well. I know it's white, but, you know, it doesn't have to be white. Now, you want the next set of rectangles. Wait, hold up real quick. Before I continue on, can the school sue me for copyright? What if I change the name? That should be fine. That should be fine. Alright, so we'll have another rectangle building coming up. Have it like so. And we'll have it like so. There, like so. Alright, fill up the blonde. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Let's take another quick little look here. Okay, we might need a bit of a bigger pavement here, but that is completely fine. You know what? This side of the pavement, it can be gray. You know, what rule is there that it says that the pavement has to be red and black? This is not an anarchist convention. This is a secondary school. So you can switch it up a little bit. Red, black, hit a little bit of gray. It's all looking well. Alright, so this building also has like shutters on it. So shutters, and gonna cut them a little bit short so you can distinguish which building is which. And you know what? Have a bit of a steel rod going in between them. Nice little bit of thingy. Now, let's take another little look. Alright, the buildings have a couple of buildings on top of them. There's also a cylinder at the end there, so why don't we do the cylinder real quick? So I'm just gonna put a little... Nope, not that one. Put a little bit of gray. Just to distinguish the buildings. Oh. Alright, just distinguish the buildings from one another. A bit of gray. Here, it's more of a steel rod, but here, it's gray. Alright, now the buildings. They have little buildings on top of them, so... Actually, we can do the cylinder at the end first, so let's do that. And much like this other building, so we sort of red at the bottom, and then yellow at the top. Alright, it's also, this cylinder has not quite as much of a hat, but still can have a little bit of a hat there. And of course, every building needs it for air. You have the windows up here. Now this time, go at a bit of a slanted pattern. Because this is the, oh, went a little off the frame there. Don't be afraid to zoom in. Sometimes you need to zoom in to make sure that you did not, what's it called? Alright. Now, what is the next step? Alright, you gotta want to have the other buildings on top of the buildings. So, plunk this down, sort of like that-ish. Have a bit of gray just to distinguish the buildings. Fill that in. And give it a bit of a red terrace there, a dark red terrace this time, more of a maroon rather than your pavement red. It's more of a maroon red. Once again, always important to distinguish the buildings. What else are we looking at? Another building that needs to be distinguished. Distinguish that one. Alright. Put that one in. Give it another little sort of terrace, but this time the terrace is more straight. It's not, you know, it's more conventional of a terrace, this kind. And one more top building, just because. Just because. This one, we'll make it irregular. The terrace for this building. Now, what else does this school have? It's got some flags. And it's got some posters, so why not? Let's add a couple, shall we? So first off, nice little green over here. Oh, that's so red. Green. Gonna fill that one up. And with a different color, let's have a light blue. We're gonna say Twitch .tv slash Yaku. So wait. No wait. Yeah, wait. I have forgotten how to spell my name. That's a Z. One. Next up. And with second poster, we can put up we'll use ultraviolet this time. Now ultraviolet might be a little light. Let's use pink. This one will put by my shirts. Could put a yo in there, but you know, I think I'm not quite going to do that right now. And I think, nope, we are forgetting the bright old sky behind all of this. We'll add in sun as well. We'll add in sun because it is a bright day here over on the square. Over on the square. And there we have it. That is JetXL's request. The square request. This is beautiful. This is it. This is that great art that I'm gonna sign my name at the bottom of. There we go. This is the square. So we'll save that as a JPEG. I'm gonna call this one... What shall we call this one? We'll call this one Square Made After Too Much Week Old Rosé. There we have it. Let's just take another look at the square before we go on to our next project. Let me check Discord real quick. See if we've got any more requests coming down the pipeline. Not quite at the moment. Only some adoring fans, which is always good to see. It is always good to see. All right, we're asking for a frog. That I can do. Like that I can totally do, yo. Can actually zoom out of this now. Frog. Oh, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna not show what Reddit I use. What's the name of that? Wait, hold on. This requires me to go onto Discord real quick. What's the name of that one guy that Phoenix likes to link the art of? I also very much like the art. Just need to know the artist's name. You know what? I do not want to plagiarize. However, I will say that for my frog, I'm going to be taking inspiration from Smolebowski over on Instagram. So let's take a look at some frogs together, shall we? And we'll pick one frog to use. We can use this guy. He's smiling along. We'll use this guy as our template to use. Alright, one more look over at the squaring up. You know, always want to admire the pavements. Nice little thingy. Gotta like the cylinder buildings. Gotta like the posters encouraging the, you know, the students and whatnot. And we're gonna go on to our next creation. It is gonna be Froggy. Alright, so we'll work on the background later on. For now, that is black. For now, we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna walk on the body. Another look. Alright, smile along. So we're gonna have to give it a bit of a sharper mouth there. One step at a time, so we're gonna work on the eyes next. This may look like a broken fidget spinner, but I promise you it is only the beginning of Happy Frog. Let's fill this in. For a start, that actually looks more like a snake. And that one is kind of works, but kind of doesn't. Yeah, look at that, smiling along. It's a nice wide smile that he's got. Nice and wide. We're gonna have to give him a body. So why don't we... I know that the photo that we're referencing is front facing, but it doesn't have to be in this case. Now, the thing about frogs is their back legs are like tricycle wheels, so we're gonna put it like that. And like that. Oh! Yeah, I see the problem now. Little bit of a thingy there. Didn't quite get filled up. It's easily sorted though. So I'll put that up. Look at him, Happy Frog. He's just enjoying life, man. He's just vibing along. Having a good time. Now, let's work on the background. So, let's start with a bit of a, you know what? It could be sort of sundown-ish. No, that's bad. Alright, that's good enough of a background for now because it's kind of sundown-ish. Now, you have to ask, wait, did I forget a nose? I forgot a nose. Alright, now, you have to ask, why is he so happy? Why is he so happy? And I got the answer for you. It is because... it is because... Let me just look something up real quick. His package just arrived. It's because his package just arrived. And that is why Happy Frog is so happy. Yeah. You gotta be happy for Happy Frog. You know, if you don't look at Happy Frog, and, you know, you're not smiling along as well, you know, just, you know, put on a bit of a smile. Trust me. If Happy Frog is happy, you'll feel happy, and I'm gonna drink more rosé. You've almost finished the bottle. This is good. I need to finish it up before it goes bad. Okay, this shall be titled Amazing Happy Frog with a double G. Now, what shall we do next? Is it time? I suppose the question is. I should send all of them. That I shall do. Actually, I should, real quick, I'm just gonna make a folder and then get all of them in here. Let's see, let's actually put it in documents, because why not? That's why OneDrive, documents. Let's make a new folder. You won't be able to see this, but you know, hopefully I can narrate them. Girl wanted a folder for art. So I'll call it It's fucking nice. Wait. Fucking nice. At the end of the stream, I suppose we can all take a little bit of a look back at this sort of thing that we're gonna be getting. And oh, Seal just gave me a bit of an interesting idea. So you know what? We'll do one more quest and then we're gonna go on to the magnum opus. Look at that happy frog, so happy. Look at him smile. So, wait, he said keep all the tabs open. It's fine. So, I figure I'm gonna do one more quest and Jet is here asking for a circle. So, let's take a little bit of a look. And you know what? What if we do circle line? It's a little bit too absurd. It's a little bit too simplistic, what you call it. Maybe not. Maybe let's not do the circle line. I also forgot to open this up. Maybe let's not do the circle line. You know what? Good enough for me. Do the interior of a train that's in the circle line. So, how shall we do it? Well, first off, we'll start with this. You know what? Why don't we start with... Let's actually start with a blonde background. So we can have some blinding light up later. So how are we gonna do this picture of the circle line? Well, I think it starts with the doors, right? At the bottom, sort of here. Oh. Okay, not quite. It starts with the doors. Sort of bottom here. Put this in. Put that one in. All starts with doors. So you always want to start with. Nice, okay. That's definitely a start. Kerwin has a tournament soon. Alright, we won't do the dogs doing poker tonight. We'll save that for another more dedicated stream at some other point. So we're gonna make this one quick. That's 2 yellow. A little bit of blonde here. The cliffhanger, there we go. So, what does this say? That's just a warning, so we'll just, Now, we're gonna need the top of it here. Whoop, top of it here. Well, what am I missing? What is uncovered? Right over there. So this is gonna be one that we're just gonna rush a little bit. They normally say you can never rush art, but my counterpoint to that will be this is an art. So, you know. lines around there. Then what you want to do is want to have another thing sort of around there. A little bit bigger. We'll have the stops out here in gray. Okay, not my best work, but you know, we're on a bit of a timer. Okay, and we'll put up the blinding light up here. Okay, we need a little bit of, what is that? We need a little bit of those other lines up in there. 2 minutes, okay. Okay. It's just like MasterChef. You have only 2 minutes left. Okay. All right, this is gonna have to do for now, so I'm gonna put in the circle, wait, the circle broken line. All right, then, how should we do this? How should we do this? All right, how should we do this? Should I just open them? I feel like I should just open them as I sort of go along. It saves us a little bit of time. Do you want me in the voice chat? Is that what we're gonna do? Alright, I am gonna undeafen here on Discord then. And I am here. How are we all doing on this wonderfully chill day?
The qualifier is starting in 30 minutes.
Alright, I shall make this quick.
I'm just nervous. Let's go.
Let's start with the first one we did. Blomleet's cat.
Okay. What
No,
did
no,
you
no.
do?
Yeah, don't say what
Oh
it
my-
is. Just let Kevin think about what it is. Just
All
guess
right.
the title.
That's Steel's cat?
Yeah. But Blomleet's.
Fucking nightmare fuel, honestly.
Did I go to
It's
bed?
just terrifying.
Present them without context, Yaku.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's Blomleet, so he has to be terrifying because he's the evil side.
Alright,
Oh, okay.
here's the next one that I did.
Of course I do. What? What?
Think about the title.
What do you think that is?
Courageous Soon? What?
This is
Oh,
where
Courageous Son? What the f-
They're
I don't know what this is.
synonyms.
It only got worse from here.
And there's a gaming at the end.
No,
What
copyrights and
the
stuff.
fuck is this?
Courageous Sun Gaming.
You named the 3 animals.
There's only one fucking animal on screen and I don't know if it's a fucking koala rat or a rabbit.
Alright, shall
I'm
we
gonna
go
need some
to...
help from the artist here.
So, if I put a gaming at the end, would that help?
Not at all. Alright, hit me. What do you have?
It's my take on Bravestar Gaming.
How?
Also, that thing on the left is a kiwi. Then the thing on the right is a crocodile? Question
Yeah.
mark?
Jewish crocodile.
Oh yeah, Jewish crocodile.
What?
It was
Because
meant to
apparently
be a
this-
normal crocodile, but then it looked like a little bit like one of those hats.
My god. Okay. Sure.
This is my reaction
Sure,
to the
sure,
entire
sure,
stream, by the way.
sure. Alright, what do you have next?
Alright, the next one that I did. Hold on. Yep, paint. Are you. Alright, the next one that I did, I think it was this one?
Karen's reactions are too fucking good.
It's like, it's a very visibly duck, but or duckling rather, but like, do you know, like my English is not good enough, but there's like the bird. Toucan bird?
The toucan? Oh, with
Yeah,
the
look
massive
at this.
beak.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him, it's a toucan duck.
It's a toucan duck. Yes.
You successfully crossbred it.
What's the cranky shit though? Is this the logo just? What am I looking at? Why
It's
is there
a,
a mustache on this
it's-
green?
it's a
abomination?
mashup of my Twitch logo and the Cranky Ducklings logo.
Cast? Okay.
It's Frowny Boy. Alright, let's go for the next one. At this point, I'm just gonna go at random.
Okay.
Who did this?
Looks like
I think it still has a reference picture.
Just let Kerwin name it.
Sweden?
I didn't go into that once I realized.
Because it's not steel, but Sweden? Okay.
It's the opposite of Steel's Fallout icon.
Why,
It's the
why does
opposite
this-
to
why
his
is
hair.
this- Why is this right hand a roof from chest?
Kuro has the same thing. That's one of those mysteries of art.
True.
I'd be a good artist
sure.
if I mentioned
Alright,
it. Oh, this one was actually pretty good.
Any tours?
I'm so afraid.
Oh, this
what
one.
the fuck?
Get the fuck
Is this
out
from
of
the?
the
Is this from the pilot of The Simpsons? You know, back in 1888 when the show began.
Oh no!
Is this Pro?
I'm actually losing my voice.
This is pro.
He's like the only one I know
Pro.
that had hairs with collars. Actually, Oli Hit also had pink hair. My bad.
This is actually
How could I
based on a
forget?
famous work of art.
You can show Kerwin the reference for this.
Oh,
I think
please.
that's important.
Oh, right.
I'm so afraid.
You should be.
What's the reference? How can you
Wait
explain
for it.
this?
This is the reference.
Is it on my stream?
Okay. Okay. Why is he yellow then? Why is his hair?
Because he's not he hasn't rusted over. He hasn't been oxidized. He hasn't been
Did it be
oxidized.
bronze then?
He's oxidized.
Like this, for example?
Breathing.
Okay. Hit me up. What do you have more?
Alright.
Please.
Sixth one is the last one I did. I rushed it.
Okay.
No, there's one more. There's one more.
What?
No, there are a few more. I'm going at random. I'm going in random order.
What is this?
This I don't think you'll get. This is a train car.
Yeah. What's the title of this? What's the title of this?
What?
Try to guess the title. I'll tell you. No, try to guess what the request was from Jet.
Yeah,
What Jet
because this was a
requested.
request.
What did I ask?
I'll give you one guess. No, I guess I'll give you two.
This is like a. No, I don't know. I don't have a single
So,
idea.
so she
would
requested.
explain.
So she requested. You want to do the honors, Jet?
I requested he draw a circle.
A circle.
Yes.
Did he hear circuit by any chance?
No.
Okay.
He googled circle and that's what he got.
And he got a screenshot of the inside of the Circle Line train system in Singapore.
Yeah.
And this is the sign that shows the different stops on the Circle Line. I wanted him to draw a fucking circle, and he draws the inside of a fucking MRT train.
Here's another request.
Okay.
Oh, this
That's
is
a frog that has the amazing next to it.
Yeah.
The head
It's
is
a
slightly less proportionate, but I
It's copyright-free Amazon package. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's why the frog is so
wonders of
happy.
mankind.
And let me just do a double check because I believe this one will be the last one. This is the good. This is the good one. This is the good one. Trust me on this.
The best art. Best art in the series.
One that caused me to lose my shit.
Buy my
Well-
shirt, twitch.tv, Yakuzaku. Is that a
Guess
factory
the-
or a boxing ring? Like fucking
Once again,
letter
guess the
below
title.
it as well.
Oh yeah, this was another one of Jet's requests.
It
Yes.
was that he took and just manipulated and turned into something completely different.
Guess what the request was?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Square.
What the fuck?
It is the picture of the parade square in a secondary school.
Okay. You know what, Yaku? At least you're creative.
Haha.
This.
That's all I have to say.
Yaku was dead for the entire time. I was losing my fucking shit. I've been screaming my ass off this entire time.
I get confused. There were a few moments when Jet just like started hitting the wall or like the desk with her head. Audibly.
Oh, Nerchio is playing.
I
That was epic.
slammed my head into the table at least 10 times.
Yeah. And with that critique of great art, we are gonna close it there. Thank you all for joining me today for my makeup of what was supposed to be my birthday stream. That was very
Today's your
enjoyable.
birthday?
It was
Yesterday
yesterday,
was.
Shit, bro. Happy birthday,
Happy
Yaku.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much there.
Unlucky. I missed it by one day, but that's okay. I will remember.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
next year.
it doesn't really count because I didn't stream today, so. Or I didn't stream yesterday, so. Well, I did stream, but it wasn't
True, it's
it
all
wasn't a
your
big
fault.
stream, so. Yeah, exactly. See, the thing is, your birthday doesn't count. You don't get a year older unless
Unless you stream. Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You ever think about it that way? And yeah, with
Alright,
that.
team.
Oh, I'm so young.
And with that, that was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, didn't quite get to do the dogs playing poker, but I feel like that would also have taken hours. I feel like that would also have taken hours, so...
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, you really have to like, you know, polish that one.
yeah. So I think you know what? Maybe I'll do it at another special occasion, potentially next year. Or another special occasion, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. I didn't quite get to hear everybody losing their shit in voice chat, but I can imagine what it was like. Thank you once
Just
again
beautiful.
for joining, and well, see you guys next time. Bye.
Adios, team. Take care.